understand your bottom line better. Call Dex Imaging today, 352-266-0333, or check them out on the web at deximaging.com. That's DEXimaging.com. Or call 352-266-0333 for your free document management evaluation today.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It's we're knocking on summer's door, Robin.
Yep.
It's almost summertime here.
Yep.
But, you know, in Florida, summertime begins, I think, January 3rd, something like that, right?
I think it's all year round.
And somebody once said to me, what's your first day of swimming in Florida? I said, we don't have a first day.
Nope.
It's every single day of the year.
Yep.
There's always somebody in the water. And if you are swimming, especially in hot water, especially in stagnant water, like a lake, you know,
Yeah.
I think the rivers probably have their sets of problems, but the stagnant water has the biggest problems. And sometimes you've heard stories about people getting sick from swimming. So let's talk about that a little bit. Michele, oh my gosh, I can't pronounce her, Hlvasa, and she'll correct my pronunciation in a second. She's the chief of the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Healthy Swimming Program. She's going to first correct my pronunciation of her name, then she's giving us the leading cause of waterborne illness in the United States is crypto. Have you ever heard of crypto?
No.
And there's a tracking tool called CryptoNet that can help find and stop outbreaks. Okay, I've already got 3 questions at least. Good morning, Michele. Good morning, Michele.
Good morning, Larry and Robin.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
We're in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. See, your summer starts pretty early too. I mean, you guys in Atlanta, you're swimming probably in March or April, right?
That sounds about right, yeah.
And please correct my pronunciation of your last name.
Hlvasa?
Hlvasa?
You were close?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, just
Yeah.
almost had it. Okay, well, thank you for being on the air with us. What is crypto? What is that?
So crypto is a parasite that can cause diarrhea that lasts up to 3 weeks in otherwise healthy people.
Oh, my.
Okay.
That's
And
bad.
do we get it because we swallow the water we're swimming in?
Well, if that water's contaminated with crypto and we swallow it, we can get sick.
Okay, but I guess my question was, do we have to swallow it, or can it enter our bodies through our ears and our noses?
Oh, no, this is about swallowing, whether it's contaminated water or food.
Where does it come from?
Well, it depends on what type of crypto we're talking about. Some crypto comes from young baby calves. Other crypto comes from swimmers, and our fellow swimmers pooping in the pool, unfortunately, or having a diarrheal incident in the pool. More specific.
That's not good. Okay, so you say young cows. There's not usually a cow near the swimming pool.
Does it come from beef liver, from cow liver?
No, this is about when we're taking care of cows and they develop scours, which is a lot of diarrhea. That's when that happens. But that's mostly on the farm or just water that washes off the farm. We're focusing on swimming pools, and so that's mostly swimmers bringing that crypto into the water.
Oh.
Okay, so you know what's going to happen in just a week or two. People are going to start their family vacations. They're going to stay in hotels. The kids are going to want to swim in the pool.
Yes.
And it sounds like you have something to tell them whether or not the swimming is safe. What is the new thing?
So for most germs, chlorine kills within minutes. So we can use test strips to check to make sure that there's enough chlorine in the water. CDC recommends 1 part per million chlorine at least in the water. The test strips that you can buy at your big box stores, you could buy at your pool supply stores, and basically you just dip it in the water, check the chlorine, and you're also checking the pH. CDC recommends a pH of 7.2 to 7.8 because that's maximizing chlorine's germ-killing power.
Oh, okay. So as long as there's enough chlorine, we're safe.
For most germs, but crypto is a bit of an exception. At levels that CDC recommends for chlorine or that our state and local health departments require that pools be kept at in terms of the chlorine level, crypto can survive for days.
Oh, really?
Now, we've heard that if you can smell the chlorine, that is a bad sign.
Yeah, most pools, or healthy pools, I should say, they don't have a chemical smell or a very faint chemical smell. If you do smell chemicals, that's actually probably urine mixed with the chlorine, our sweat mixed with the chlorine. That's because we're not showering before we're getting into the water, and because we're peeing in the pool.
Oh my gosh! All right, so you know what's opening, or what opened this week is Volcano Bay down at Universal Studios. Now this is a huge swimming area. This is water slides and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're familiar with that kind of a park. So how do we know? I mean, do we have to test each area? Because I'm thinking it's broken up into different areas. There's probably a wave pool and a water slide and all kinds of stuff.
Lazy river.
Yeah.
So we recommend, before getting into each separate pool, testing the chlorine level.
Okay, so the chlorine level is the key here.
We just get those strips.
For most terms, yes.
Just get the strips, okay. And what do we call the strips? Do we, like, if I'm walking through the big box store, where do I go? What department?
They're the pool test strips, and you can basically find them where you find your pool toys, your chlorine for your backyard pool.
Oh, okay. So now, if the germ was in the river where there is no chlorine, obviously, would you? Is there a way to test that water, or that's just a different story altogether?
Well, depending where you live, your state or local government might be checking the water quality. Rivers we're not as worried about because they tend to, the water tends to be moving, and the contaminated water can potentially be, replaced by fresh, uncontaminated water. We're more worried about water that isn't changing or isn't constantly or is being constantly contaminated.
Okay,
Yes.
Excellent.
Can a person be a carrier of crypto without having symptoms?
That is possible, but we're more worried about people with symptoms contaminating the water.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And diarrhea is one of the uppermost symptoms.
Yeah, so if you have diarrhea, you need to stay out of the water. If your kids have diarrhea, keep them out of the water.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
but when you're swimming in a public pool, you don't know what kids got what. You don't know who has what.
Exactly.
So it sounds like the chlorine test is the real best way to safeguard yourself and your children.
For most germs, yes. And the other thing is, don't swallow the water you swim in.
Don't swallow it. Yeah. Well, this is some good advice. There are a lot of waterborne illnesses. In Central Florida, we hear a lot about this kind of stuff, especially there's a bacteria that sometimes enters the body through the ear. That's why I was asking about the ear.
Yeah, or the nose.
Or the nose. And I know this is different from the one you're talking about. But I think if the chlorine is a weight you can measure it, then that's probably a good idea. All right, Michele, before you say goodbye, could you give us a website so we can share it with others?
To learn more about healthy swimming, go to cdc.gov/healthy swimming, one word.
All right. We'll have a safe and happy summer. Michele, thank you for being on the show with us today.
Thank you, Larry and Robin.
You're welcome. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Thursday, clouds and a shower or two this morning, giving way to some sunshine later today. It'll become breezy and less humid with time, with a high of 82 to 86. And mainly clear Thursday night, lows in the upper 50s in a few inland spots, mid-60s at the coast. Sunshine and pleasant Friday with low humidity, high 86 to 90. Saturday, mostly sunny and very warm, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Here is your 30-second news brief. Governor Rick Scott has vetoed the so-called Whiskey and Wheaties bill that would have allowed liquor in supermarkets. Yesterday's rain helped to suppress many of the wildfires in Florida. 9 suspects were arrested for possession of alligators and alligator eggs. And Central Florida's 2 largest theme parks opened major attractions this week. Volcano Bay at Universal Studios and Disney's Animal Kingdom's Pandora are expected to break Memorial Day attendance records. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Elks Lodge, 25th Avenue in Ocala, any Wednesday at 7 a.m. and enjoy a breakfast on us. For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Stay informed on everything going on in the Villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the Villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
An unexpected pregnancy can turn a young woman's life upside down. The House of One in Faith in Ocala gives these young women a place to live in privacy and comfort under the Christian care of counselors who will guide and protect both the woman and her unborn child. The House of One in Faith is confidential, loving, and free. For more information, call 352-687-8895.
Why you'll want to toast your favorite red, white, or bubbly today.
Did you know there is a world of possibilities for U.S. beef in the global marketplace? Data show that 95% of the global population is outside of the United States. This is why checkoff dollars are invested in foreign marketing and education of importers and consumers across the globe. These efforts let us introduce new products, generate goodwill, and promote the quality and safety of U.S. beef. Learn more at mybeefcheckoff.com. Then spread the good news about your checkoff investment, paid for by Your Beef Checkoff.
I'm Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam. Florida's unique landscape includes more than 26 million acres of wild lands. These lands are constantly threatened by arsonists. Woods arson is a serious crime, and when arsonists set these lands ablaze, we all lose. It endangers wildlife, property, and can even lead to death. We need your help to report and stop arsonists in their tracks. If you see suspicious activity, call the arson hotline at 1-800-342-5869. Together, we can protect our state.
Today you can pour a glass of your favorite wine to celebrate and participate in National Wine Day, celebrated on this day in May every year and not to be confused with its sister holiday in February, National Drink Wine Day. Wine is made from fermented grapes or other fruits like plums, cherries, pomegranates, and elderberries. Wines made from fruit or honey are often named according to the variety of fruit used. In the U.S., California produces more than 88% of the wine, followed by New York, Washington, and Oregon. California also has the most wineries. Some studies have shown that certain wines promote heart health, reduce forgetfulness, and can even increase bone density. But of course, we all know that moderation does apply here. So whether it's a Malbec, Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, Pinot Grigio, Moscato, or your favorite glass of sparkling wine, today you'll have an extra excuse to toast and enjoy it. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
I'm Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala, and I'd like to tell you about the Palm Garden Way. We promote individual care, of course, but we